Why do PPL give their children unfortunate names? Sounds like y'all love our tragedy. I would like to point out that Amy is just French. It's not that weird. Sometimes we get weird spellings like Amy because they are French and English legal documents won't accept AIM like it's supposed to be. Not every misspelling is an actual misspelling. Sometimes it's just not English. It's fine. That's fine. Most English names aren't pure English anyway. The Latin and Greek-derived ones that have been floating around since Latin was the lingua franca of Western Europe took a few turns in the spelling department wherever they landed. The English variant isn't more correct than the Spanish variant. They are both variants of the original Latin name anyway. They are both correct spellings. Get over it. Because they are boring, common, unoriginal people who wish they were interesting and unique and special, but they don't know how to be that because it's just not in them. So they try external trappings, such as quirky clothes or hobbies, or giving their kids made-up names. They think that naming their kids something unique will make their kids unique, and they will escape the burden of mediocrity. Because it's total narcissism, people would rather get off on people marveling at or commenting on or protesting the unusual name than think about how that name will affect their kid for the rest of its life. Celeb babies get a bit of a protection from stupid names, but regular people don't. I always say put president or senator in front of your kid's name. There will never be a President Fifi Tinkerbell or Senator Moxie Crimefighter. Elon Musk is an idiot, and I bet the moment that kid turns 18 he'd be changing his name to something normal like Nick or Bob. The ideal name is unusual enough that the holder of the name doesn't get lost among all the other folks who have the same name, but not so unusual that the name becomes the most remarkable thing about them. The odd names come from parents who go much too far toward the unique side, and forget that their children may wish to have other things about them which are more notable. Some people rather like being truly unusual, but it seems unfair to saddle children with that expectation. As it turns out, my father was right to veto my mother's first suggestion for my name, even though I turned out to be the sort of person who would have been happy with the Jeremiah Bullfrog Osmond. Of course, even that would have been survivable, since I could have just gone by Jeremy Osmond if I wasn't an oddball. As it is, I probably would go by J. Bullfrog Osmond, but the point is, Jeremiah Bullfrog has the capacity to be both normal and odd, depending on user choice. It wouldn't be condemning a kid to only one mode of being, asked Jamie Oliver. Poppy Honey Rosie Daisy Boo Pamela Petal Blossom Rainbow Buddy Bear Morris River Rocket Blue Dallas. I look at it this way: if you give your child a common name and they don't like it, they can still live with it without feeling awkward and out of place. They won't be as affected by the name in life. If you give them a strange name, it can affect them negatively in so many ways and even prevents them from getting jobs. I'm not gonna say what my name is on here, but let's just say it is equivalent to naming your child Sweetheart. What employer wants to call and ask for Sweetheart? Especially if they are calling you from home in front of their wives. They will call Jenny instead. I wish parents would consider this. It isn't just about being made fun of in school. It affects your entire life. They care more about being the cool mom than they do about the well-being of their kid. When it comes to celebrities, I think we should also take these names with a grain of salt. We don't know what's really on the birth certificate. If I were very, very rich and famous, I would not let the public know my kids' real names. Elon Musk could be the idiot people think he is, or he could be too rich to give a crap what we think. Name his kid a normal, boring name and stir the media with XYZ whatever for publicity or shits and giggles. I propose that we hold off on naming children until they can name themselves. It's best for everyone involved. Look at how well it turned out for Leaf Phoenix. Some weird examples. Amy is the normal French spelling. I find the idea of a name being the same as everybody else, like, it seems to defeat the purpose of names. In Chinese culture, your name is supposed to be unique even if they sound the same. Parents are supposed to choose meaningful and unique characters. I worked in an office with 3x Chris, 4x Dave David, 2x Jono. It's always a bit confusing which one are people referring to. This type of naming doesn't make any sense to me. Because some people are idiots. See Elon Musk. But some people are also way too snobbish about names. If you think your kid is doomed because their name is spelled Riley instead of Riley, that's just old man yells at clouds vibes. A minor change in spelling isn't going to doom your kid. Amy is a French name, and it's not French for Amy. It's Aim, which means loved. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Mikkel is also a French name. It's not a Y, but it would probably make your list of stupid. Maybe rethink the list. Aim is the French version of Amy, a fake. As for why kids are named like you state, I think part of it for famous rich anyway is to have them stand out, be memorable. It works, we're all talking about them. Because they want their children to be special and unique. The only one in your list that might have a reason is Amy and Amy. Aim is the French version of Amy, but not pronounced the same way in French. Because they are fucking idiots. As a person with a hyphenated last name, I know full well the pains Elon Musk's kid will have trying to fill in government forms that error and say symbols are not allowed in names.